I think the hardest thing in recruiting right now is alignment. I think we're in such an interesting time. So many people are being laid off, so many companies are laying off, and yet there are so many companies still hiring. And when you have such a population of people that are available for talent and you have companies hiring, something's wrong there. I think the number one existential threat is the aging workforce. So many people are retiring, so many people are aging out. There are not enough apprentices or people interested in a lot of the things that we need. It feels really good to touch grass, to get away from a screen for a while. I think that is something that people are not doing enough of these days. I saw a chart recently on LinkedIn that showed the actual usage of the overall population that are using AI. And it's a very small, a very small percentage of people who are actually using AI. And I don't know if that is people just intimidated by it.
Hey, this is William Tincup. I am joined by Jim Stroud.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing really well. And you and I have known each other for 117 years.
Actually, I think it was 225, but who's counting?
So do us a favor and do the audience a favor and introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Jim Stroud. Presently, I am the head of market strategy and industry outreach for Proven Base. Prior to that, I worked at Microsoft, Google, Siemens. At one point, I was the global head of recruiting and sourcing strategy for Randstad SourceRight. Maybe you've seen some of my content on LinkedIn. Maybe you saw me at a SourceCon conference. Who knows?
Hey, he's everywhere. I've looked up to him for a long time.
Aw, shucks.
Jim,
Sir.
all right, let's start off with kind of the basics. What do you think the hardest thing in recruiting is right now?
I think the hardest thing in recruiting right now is alignment. I think we're in such an interesting time. So many people are being laid off. So many companies are laying off, and yet there are so many companies still hiring.
Right.
And when you have such a population of people that are available for talent and you still have companies hiring, something's wrong there. So I think it's alignment. I think the people that the companies are looking for are maybe they're not marketing themselves correctly, or maybe they don't have the right skills. I don't know. It's just a weird kind of situation, you know?
Yeah. And I think what's interesting is I took alignment internal to the hiring manager, to the recruiter, to the candidate around the position. Like, how do you get people to look at the same thing and see the same thing?
Yeah.
So when you need to recharge your recruiting mind or your innovation battery, etc., what do you do?
I go for a long walk. I am fortunate enough to live near a park, so I can walk from my front door to the park, do a couple laps around the lake, and get back home. It feels really good to touch grass, to get away from a screen
Right.
for a while. I think that is something that people are not doing enough of these days.
What's interesting is I believe it's Harvard that did this study because it was around crossword puzzles and memory and that type of stuff. And the bit was if you go outside for 30 minutes and just be aware, the birds, the grass, the lawnmower going, the whole bit, be aware, it does more for your memory than crossword puzzle or Sudoku.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's just being aware, just walking outside and just being aware of what's going on in the environment.
I think it's almost too like a reality reset, because we're so used to people pushing reality on us, whether it's through TV or movie or social media. People are just telling you what to see, what to think. But when you go outside, you're in nature, you're walking around, it's just you and the grass and your feet and the air, and you're able to see what's real.
Yeah. No, you're not thinking about the next Instagram moment.
Exactly.
You're thinking about the birds and crickets and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And it's from the report, it's basically clicking everything in your mind. You're getting neurosynaptics to work harder.
It sort of makes me wonder if that's going to be the next evolution of career events. I know they have these things where for singles, you can go for a walk and you meet people, So how soon would it be when there's another job fair that's out in the park and there's
I
ice
would love that.
cream and maybe clowns,
Yeah.
bring the whole family,
Yeah.
and you can talk to people, get a job, and reconnect with
I love
nature.
that. I absolutely love that. So I need to ask you a question about AI adoption. AI, we've talked about it for about 8 years now at HR Tech and other types of conferences. So you go through the waves of agentic and generative and this, that, and the other. How do we get people to actually use AI?
You know, it's so funny you say that because I saw a chart recently on LinkedIn that showed the actual usage of the overall population that are using AI, and it's a very small, a very small percentage of people who are actually using AI. And I don't know if that is um, people just intimidated by it. I don't know if it's the Luddite effect, or people just wanted to go away and bring back the 90s
Oh yeah.
kind
Well,
of
this
thing.
is one of those deals like the birth of the internet.
Yeah.
You can't put your head in the sand. It's not going away.
Exactly. I think we're going to have a very real economic divide the next 3 years, 5 years at the most, where people who gravitate towards AI now, who learn how to use it and how to use it in their everyday life and in their work life, they're going to be okay. But everyone else, unless you're in blue collar, you're fixing sinks or HVAC or oil rigs, you're going to be in trouble.
So what's keeping you up at night these days?
Interesting enough, from a recruiting perspective, it's not AI
Oh,
because
okay. Do tell.
yeah, because everybody says AI is the big boogeyman
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's the whipping boy for a lot of things. But I think is really the second biggest existential threat to the workplace or to the world of work. I think the number one existential threat is the aging workforce. So many people are retiring,
Right.
so many people are aging out. There are not enough apprentices or people interested in a lot of the things that we need. And I think in some ways, some people are starting to feel it now. So like, God forbid something happens to your plumbing in your office, I mean, or home, and you call a plumber and they say, yeah, we'll get to you in 2 weeks, maybe, you know, and it just, when you see it on that level where how come I can't get a plumber? How come I'm paying so much money? Because there aren't that many around.
Try it.
And that's a problem that's going to, just continue to
Electricians are the
build.
same thing.
Oh, yeah.
All the trades.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah. So if you have a young one in high school and they're undecided what to do, push them towards blue collar, tell them plumbers are the new pimps.
yep. It's
For
funny.
sure.
It's one of those deals you make. You also kind of marry that with people getting away from degrees in terms of the job description. It's like we don't care if they have degrees.
Yeah, it's like when I was back in my day, when I was in high school,
Get off my lawn.
we had auto tech. So people would, you could learn how to, change oil on a car.
Billy was good with his hands in high
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Or you had metal tech, where you can build stuff with metal or wood tech. And they had home ec,
Oh,
which,
yeah.
stereotypically for women.
Cosmetology.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You learn something and you can leave high school and get a gig without taking on the massive debt of college. They need to bring all of that back. I think eventually they will, if they haven't already.
They're
It's
gonna
going to be a
have to.
saving grace.
Universities are going to have to morph.
For sure. I saw an article somewhere where some schools were talking about reducing the requirements for a bachelor's degree from 4 years to 3 years to be more competitive.
Smart.
Yeah.
Get in, get out.
Yeah,
Like a bank robbery. just there's no need to stay.
exactly.
This has been wonderful.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you for carving out time for us.
Oh, yeah.
How can people find you?
Well, they can find me at jimstroud.com, which is my personal website. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn. I like to think I'm approachable.
Yes, you are.
Reach out, and we'll talk.
Awesome. Thank you so much for carving out time for us.
Thank you, sir.
And we're out.